Let's go. We're at this fight, people. We're going to be there, bro. Make sure you see us on the Pain Game. We will be there in attendance in Wembley, surrounded 96,000, bro. It doesn't get bigger than this. Is it? This is it. This is the
domestic heavyweight clash at Wembley. It's just
on our soil, bro, because the fights have been, let's have it right, the fights have moved a few, they're getting all over the place. We've been all over the place. Now they're saying, you know what, Wembley, and it's for a title. Usyk vacated. Triple D is actually he's the champion right now.
Right. Technically.
He's the champion. Technically, he's the champion. And what you got is this. You got AJ trying to be a three-time world champion. Three-time. You already know I can't wait for the speech at the end of it. But Trav, like, we've done this thing. And let's do this for a little bit. Even though I know it's foregone conclusion in your head. Yeah. How, for you, how can Triple D, I'll ask you this question. How can Triple D get the best of AJ?
Okay. So if I'm in that camp and I'm invested in getting this one done, I'd say your best bet is to operate a David Haye game plan against Chisora, where you're outside, not non-committal, but very much like picking your spots and waiting for your moments. The issue with that for Dubois is the evasiveness isn't there. David Haye,
someone that was wonderful cruiserweight and again elusive, and he can move, head movement. So you have
to nail him with a right hand.
Oh man!
So, but then outside of that, it's a case of making it dark and ugly fight. And for him to make it a dark and ugly fight, because the skills won't be able to force AJ into a dark and ugly fight, he would have to have been talking a bit more and make it a bit more personal. Because if you rile AJ, and it's now a personal beef you guys have, you might be in with an AJ that wants to tear up. You know what I'm saying? Like the Dillian White era. But the problem with that,
so far removed,
he's a smarter guy than he was then. So to get him
on that, let me quickly jump in then. The up and coming presser is really important for Dubois if he wants to play out what you're saying, because you said there's been some needle, but not enough. AJ was bothered by what he said, and you could see AJ look like how he looked when Dillian left the ring, and then AJ was like, I'll start lining up these men and I'll knock them over. One of those lines along them lines, right? Are you saying that this presser now, which we'll be present at, is gonna be the thing that does something? It's gonna be the thing that really, if Dubois wants to play out the tactic, he has to do something there.
No, I think it's too late. I think it should have started earlier. I think at the table, you should have actually pushed him and had the scrap in the room with Eddie and Frank in there. Make Ade fall over, maybe. Like he'd have to be so disrespectful. It's offensive that you're treating me like this. That's how AJ's supposed to feel. Do you know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, when you're coming in as the guy that's like what I was saying about Willie Hutchinson, where it's like, you know what I'm saying? We'll get to that later, but that audacity is what Dubois needs to have. And he's not that personality. He doesn't have the gift of the gab.
There will be a push though. I imagine, I'm just predicting I'm predicting how the face-offs go. And there's just been, I can imagine them saying stuff to each other. If they're doing the right thing, selling this one, especially if it's going to be like Leicester Square or somewhere crazy, just to build it even more, right? Even though this fight's already sold itself, but there's gonna be something, because I know that Dubois can't do the talking thing properly. He can't do the talking thing, but they're gonna have to go back to the fight, and Dubois probably gathered his thoughts on how he feels in that moment of, when AJ was saying, I'll smash this, they're bringing it up. There's no way we get through the presser, and Ade will probably be the one speaking, says, well, you lot, it was very spicy in the lead up, so and so and so. How do you feel now about your opponent? I can imagine something happening, even if it's last at the face-off, where I can imagine.
the problem is, yeah, it's easy to figure out when someone's just saying things and whether or not they genuinely feel like that. With
Mm-hmm.
Dubois, that conviction isn't really there unless at certain key points of a conversation. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. He's someone who's, he's got his own process for how he deals with these conversations and these
Yeah,
moments here. He shuts them down quite quick at certain moments. It's always a thing where he just like bulldozes through the conversation
that's
to
right
just
now.
get past it. Yeah. But I think with AJ's got his number. I think we underestimate the familiarity of certain names. It's like, I don't know if we could put it into a comedy type of situation where if there was a comedy competition and you look on the thing and you go, I know my man. But people don't know you guys that you guys even have a relationship.
Yes.
And it's a one where you both know Wagwan. It's just you lot who don't know Wagwan. I
Yeah.
think they've already established that between them. So they've had rounds of sparring. I know by the energy between
5, 6
them,
years ago.
AJ has been beating this guy up for time, fam. Because when man sit there and go, so what are you man saying about the sparring? I'm bringing it up because you lot have been talking nonsense. Yeah, what's happened? All of a sudden, it's sparring, isn't it? Like, who cares?
Someone said something though. Was it Frampton or someone spoke and said there was a spar and AJ? Did he say something? Oh, I need to find exactly what was said. But then I know, but I think there was a cut, but that was all. I think he cut him or something, but there was nothing else. Or that's it, a bloody nose. That's it, a bloodied. He gave him a bloodied nose, but then that's really been it. Dubois kind of made it sound as if it was more than that. He's made it sound Fowler.
Well, history has told us that AJ gets a bloody nose sometimes.
Yeah.
There's times where he's come to the ring with a bloody nose.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So the bloody nose thing is like, bro, that's water for ducks back at this part of the day.
Cuts.
Yeah, but back then, that's news because it's like, raw, Dubois did that to my man. We don't even rate Dubois like that. That's crazy. Whereas now we know that's not really that's a slow news day update.
Yeah.
For me, I see this fight going in a very clear fashion.
Yeah, let's talk about how we see it again then. Let's go.
Dubois is going to push the pressure. He's going to try and be the busier guy, the smaller, active guy. But when you're the smaller, busier guy, he's got a long way to go to land a jab of his own. Yeah. AJ's jab right now is in a really good place. His boxing is in a really good place. With Ben Davison, he's a different machine. I know people like to mention the Ruiz and they underestimating him. I'm like, guys, allow yourself to update the AJ that you're processing when you discuss these predictions.
Yeah.
He's going in there. He's not gonna go hell for leather. He's gonna jab him for 2 rounds clean. He's just gonna be leaving him there. Dubois is gonna have to try and do something to get underneath in his pursuit to land.
That's where it's murder she wrote. Do you know what I mean?
Nailed him.
In obviously without that, you know what I mean? But it's just like you have to understand where one of AJ's best punches is that straight. We know it, the Martin punch, the Ngannou punch, and for it to go his way, we said it, like he ain't gonna be able to move off the lines like David Haye and be elusive. So he has to rough him up. The only way to rough him up is to get close and do that. But that quest to get into AJ is the realest one, and his timing is good. AJ has different shots. We're forgetting about the uppercut that AJ throws as well, which is casually in his arsenal. Right. Like there's real shots that he has that is a major factor for them to think about. I've said so many times, this fight for me felt too soon. I'm excited that we're getting it because why not? It's boxing. But then I feel like the rushing of Dubois is something I've been alarmed by it. And I hate it to be after the matter to say, well, why'd you do this to him? Because if he does get the question is, if he does get let's say it's Monday, we're here Monday Night Smoke and stuff, and we say, well, he got smoked in 2 or he got smoked in 3. Was it worth it? Was it worth it to roll the dice so early for this outcome? And does he, you say the demons of that one, the demons of that loss, does he get back up? Because I still believe this is a really young kid that's been in there with Usyk. Now I'm going to say been in there with AJ. Who else has he been in there with? Been in there with Miller. Is there another nice name on his Joyce? He's kind of like, he's running a gauntlet. He's running a gauntlet at a young age.
Well, let's look at Dillian White, bro, as a case study. Yeah, he fought AJ, got knocked out by uppercut and has been knocked out by uppercuts ever since. Everybody doesn't go through these wars and just come out with more experience, and that's the only thing. It's just pure pluses. Some of these men come out with absolute war wounds that stay with them the rest of their career. Dillian White, we didn't know Dillian White's uppercut was a vulnerability.
They showed us the off button.
It showed us the off button. From then on, fighters knew the off button, and it worked. It works. It continues to work. So for me, I'm looking at it, I'm like, if we find a new off button for Dubois in this team, was it worth it? Who knows? If the money was good, then maybe.
Playing devil's advocate for this moment, though, everyone's saying we're forgetting the puncher's chance of Dubois in this one. We're forgetting that Dubois is someone that can get that rabbit punch, that, you know, the same Ruiz punch that was landed, where he can, because this is the take I've had. People saying if it gets to the 7th, they start to worry for AJ. They start to worry. The longer this fight goes on, the more it becomes dangerous for AJ. Do you agree with that?
Not entirely, no. Again, this is that thing of updating your information on the fighter. We've seen AJ go 12 rounds a good few times now. Against Franklin, he boxed his ears off for 12 rounds.
Usyk, he went 12.
Against Usyk, he went 12 twice. The first one, he gassed in the 12th and looked really bad. The second one, it was a rough fight. I mean, Usyk is a horrible endurance fighter, but he went the full 12.
He's not got, Dubois hasn't got Usyk speed.
Hey, I just need to plug in my charger.
No problem. While you're doing that, I'm saying one thing that we have to remember is Dubois doesn't have, you see how the urgency, you see how Usyk just forces fighters to just keep going. We saw Fury. Fury couldn't believe the fight that it was happening with AJ. The pace of it was outrageous. Now, this one for Dubois, will Dubois push the action? Yes, he will push the action. But then, let's really understand it now. Will Dubois push the action?
That's a good question. It's a good question. Does he push him in the same way that Usyk does? Absolutely not, bro.
To make him tired.
The movement, it's not just the movement that Usyk that causes the frustration and burns your energy. He keeps your mind engaged for
the whole time.
He's constantly pop, and then it makes you pay pop, 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 and then it's slip, feint. Yes. Your mind is constantly saying, hold on, there's my shot. Nah, it's shit. Okay, fuck. Should have threw it. Bloody hell, it's right there. You're doing that. Dubois is going to be in front of you, just doing the basic movements, and then he's going to be on the line. You're going to be able to dig him, bro. Pause. Big shots, bro. You're going to be able to land significant shots. I know that pause was mad. The comments were going to hit me up on that, and I don't care. But the thing is, it's one of those ones where he's not going to force you to be that mentally engaged. He's going to have his obvious attacks, and he's going to be a bullish fighter to contain. Yes, strong guy coming forward. But if I jab him, he's going to reset. If I land my jab, he's going to reset. He's over there now. Next time he's going to come in with a shot that I've seen him try to throw 4 times so far. There we go. Bang. Right there. There he is. I'm telling you, he's there to be hit.
How's AJ going to manage with... No, not AJ. How's Dubois going to manage with the crowd? You know, stepping out there. They say he's had these big nights before. He's fought in the undercards before of big fights. But now everyone is there for him. Do you think that actually, with his personality type, do you think the crowd in 96,000 will have any emphasis on the fighter? Will it? Because I wonder, this is the part that I was thinking about, yeah? There's always that moment of, when it's your fight, yeah, you know it's your day because you get to the fight late. Usually you would have been there mad early. You get to the fight late and the camera has you walking in. You know, it has you, there's a camera in your dressing room, Don Charles, everyone. There's these moments and they always show the fighter. There's always going to be looks to, you know, well, there's Dubois right now training and they cover the camera. When they say, all right, enough's enough, it's our time now. He has to deal with all of that. Do you reckon with his personality type, that's going to throw him off? Or do you think not at all?
No, I think this is where we give John Charles and them man credit. I think they've got him in the strongest mental place he's been in. I saw an interview with Ade today, and it's most probably the relaxed, more mature Dubois I've ever seen. Talking about, you know, coming from the light from the darkness into the light. You've heard him say that quite a few times in his lead up. He's referring to like people mudding his name and now he's kind of got people kind of on his side again. Like he's talking about the resolve of those experiences. So I do see that he's a bit more tapped in. And also, it's not really his first rodeo. If you look at the Usyk fight, the Usyk fight would have had like a lot of profile. The difference is, like you're saying, there's obviously the size of the arena, the fanfare. It's different league now.
It's AJ.
And it's AJ. Yeah, when you're under those lights in the Wembley Stadium and AJ's wearing all white and he's there across the ring, he's just looking and he's happy, he's comfortable in his space. And now you're relying on your dad and Don Charles to say the things that are making you feel good again. It's going to get real. However, at that level of boxing, given everything he's experienced, it's the same.
Okay, no, but hear this now. Remember, as the champion, he will be walking in after AJ. He has to watch the AJ intro. You see what? In comedy, this isn't comedy. Me and you have both performed one after the other, right? And I've gone before you've gone up. Like you understand, yeah? I'm telling you right now, if I'm performing and Travis is doing a Mazzoline, I won't even watch a lot of Travis. As soon as when I hear the crowd, it's like I can't even explain when the crowd's doing a mad thing. Make sure you book tickets to Travis' show. Actually, hold on.
Absolutely,
perfect time. Listen, Travis tour. Make sure you go and get your tickets. This is
Travis. Up this Wednesday.
Plug this in every segment, by the way. Make sure you get your tickets to this tour. As I said, going after Travis. It's a long day, fam. It's a long day. You have to be ready. No playing about. This tour is going to be fantastic. Get your tickets. If you're not even sure if you should go and watch Travis, go to his channel right away. Look at him at the Laugh Factory, and you'll understand what's going on. Already, they just put that thing up at over 11. Like, you don't even post on your YouTube like that.
That's what I mean, yeah.
But the comedy is comedying. Anyway, I said that point just to say, when the crowd is going crazy, bro, and you're talking fireworks, Eddie Hearn is not going to spare any budget in terms of pyrotechnics. Yeah. You're hearing it, you have to watch it. Yeah. He walks to the ring. Now it's your turn. Yeah. I watched the wonderful, the guy that's, you will say, in a great mindset, Tyson Fury, have to go through the Hall of Fame. And then man opened the door. Lennox and Evander Holyfield open the door, and guess what he does? His whole family's there, and he's saying, this is just Ringani, by the way.
That's right.
Fanfare of it all, he ran into the ring, but very fast. Yeah, that's someone that was uncomfortable in the moment, and this is someone that's been to MGM. This is someone that's fought on great nights, but the symbolism of all the celebrities are here. Yeah. I'm finally out here. This is a bit of a Hollywood exhibition type fight, and I got caught in the lights. I caught in, and that's Tyson bloody Fury. Tyson Fury, if you ask him to have that fight again, he's not going to be moved by nothing. He knows what he's doing. I'm just saying, with someone that is IQ that I rate Tyson Fury to have, he was still affected by the bright lights and the lead up.
See, there's obviously an elephant in the room when we talk about Dubois' mental space.
Yes.
Yeah. And nobody wants to do that.
Yes.
Now, what I will say, to his benefit of the way his mind operates, right?
Yeah.
Seemingly from the outside, because obviously I don't know for sure what I'm about to say. He has a simpler process for things. All I want to do is fight. Everything he says cuts out the noise straight away. All that stuff. All I want to do is fight on Saturday. So how do you feel about X, Y, Z? Yeah, look, at the end of the day, I just want to fight. I'm training, so I've already agreed to fight. So let's do it. So that simple process of life here, I was having a conversation with my sister, right? I'm not going to tell you the whole nature of everything, but it was the large and small of it is she's trying to, work on something fantastic. And the way it was kind of put across was like trying to climb a mountain. And I was just saying to her, don't make it a mountain.
Simplify it,
cut it down, and make it the smallest thing ever. That's the process of how you achieve the great things. Just minimize it. Nobody goes into trying to take a game-winning shot and think, this is the game 7, this is the biggest shot of my career. You hear basketball players all the time, just another shot. If I make it or I miss, that's the only two things that can happen. That is the mindset that can sometimes benefit those big moments. So when Dubois is just like, well, look, it's just a fight, and I'm training for the fight, so I'll see you on Saturday. That can help when those bright lights go, and AJ's over there in the white gown, and he's looking. He's just like,
he's staring at you.
Are they going to ring the? Are they going to? Once they ring the bell, it's fight time. If he can do that, if he can minimize that whole moment and make it a very small thing, he'll be fine.
That's it. I hear it. I think that's
gargantuan task.
Bro, I hear what you're saying, but brother, because you're prepped. They're telling you, yeah, 5 minutes. You know they knock on your door like so you watch the ring walk anyway, yeah, and then after. Remember, because it's not, they don't come out straight after. They'll fully see that whole thing. AJ's in there waiting, yeah. Then you walk in. They cue your music. You walk in.
Oh wait, they won't watch him though. They won't watch him. His change room will be separate. If they watch it on the screen, they watch it. But if not, if I'm Don Charles, turn all of that off. Right now, we're focused on what
I don't want any mistake. You know what? I probably would like to see it just a little bit. Just so I have to, like, I don't want the first time I see AJ again is in the ring looking at him from over there, and then they're giving us instruction long, and AJ will be mean mugging him. And if AJ's clever, he has to take something away from him. Say, if I'm AJ, I'm doing something that we don't usually see him do, but walk into his space, invade his area. Just, you know, when them dogs mark territory.
Bro, even when I go up to my fight, I circled the ring. I walked right past him, like proper close, just to kind of let him know, brother, I'm here now.
I'm here.
It's such a little psychological thing. But I think
this is my place.
Now we were speaking about the press conference, yeah, and what Dubois needs to do. What AJ needs to do is big bro him, absolute from start to finish. You don't belong at this level. This is my thing. Like, I'm not in a like trying to initiate beef thing. But in terms of like a firm stance, you know that belt that you have ain't real. You didn't win it in the ring. Hergovich weren't the champ. None of that matters. I'm going to beat you up, bro. This is your moment is over.
AJ can't take away from the belt because he wants to win it and say 3 times, so he won't do that. He
won't do that. But let's be real.
Let's encourage him as a champ. He has to, because it's the story, the PR.
But let's be real. Let's have it absolutely right. This 3-time champ stuff is a technical celebration.
Yeah.
Usyk had the belt.
Yes.
So realistically, because like that man, it's hard to just.
Eddie Hearn ain't looking at it like that. I swear to you.
No. I hear you, but I'm talking about we're in the boxing thing. We're looking at the story.
Yeah.
So Dubois being the champ, it means very little. You understand? I'm not gonna go crazy on that. Like AJ knows, cool, get the fit, but I'm still going to those guys. Usyk and Fury, he's going that way. This is a cool formality. So for me, I don't think the champ celebration is going to be the like it's you understand what I'm trying to say?
No, because that's where I'm with you, but I feel that this is where you're a bit wrong, because you have to understand the journey. When you, like, I was listening to Eddie Hearn talk to Simon Jordan about this, and they said the journey we've been on, and the L's and the rebuild. Remember, he's always spoke about the rebuild and AJ fight, and he said we're not fully back, but this is a like. He said I might even smoke something on this one because of how like this man he's carried boxing for a very long time on his back, and he lost it all. There was the breakdown in the ring. Let's not forget that. The journey traveled.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're back in Wembley right now. His hands raised, and he's won back his title. That's it. Yeah, how the title was given up, and I had to beat someone who is credible. Where Dubois is still a credible fighter. Like we've seen what Dubois can do. It's going to feel monumental. It's not the finished article though. The finish is undisputed, absolutely. But the steps to Fury Usyk is what it's all about. This is major. They're not going to play this down.
No, but I'm not saying to play. I'm not saying play it down. I'm just saying, well, Usyk didn't lose his belt.
We know that.
So that's the thing. There will always be the full picture of that type of instance. But I'm not trying to take away from the win. This is still a big win. the fact that people have their doubts and all that kind of stuff is just a greater moment for my prediction, because my prediction in all of this is AJ jabs his head off for the first few rounds. Might be a testy moment here or there with Dubois being a youthful guy, but then you nail him and you get him the hell out of there. 5-6.
Yeah, and it's a story of resilience, though. You're talking about someone that it was seen as finished. We remember our last time we saw AJ properly in the UK. It's in the Spurs. It's in the Spurs arena, the Spurs Stadium, and that's what a night. What a night. And then to bring everyone out again and turn them into believers, because some people are going with doubt. Some people are saying AJ stamina issues, AJ this, AJ that. If he just smashes him early, like a devastation type punch, yeah, it's different. And we have to remember, I swear, Usyk stopped.
You made him quit.
There we go. Yeah, guys. It's long. We tried our best I tried to devil's advocate the situation and all that. It's long.
I think we put a nice balanced debate. Do you know what I mean? But my prediction remains clear.
What round are you saying again?
5-6.
I'm saying 2 or 3.
Okay.
Early. We're getting home early, bro.
I think I'm putting a bet on this one still.
Night bus settings. Even though we're not going to be doing that, just